Okay, so setting up your website when you're logged into Google. Okay, when you are getting set up initially, if you go up to the top once you're logged in, you should have this 9 square button. If you click on that, it's going to give you a list of things that you can do from in here. If you do not see a button for sites right away, and you click on this More tab down here, it will give you more of the options. Okay, can everybody see their Sites button? Okay, so you're going to click on Sites. You're not going to have as many here. If you've never done this before, you're not going to have any in here. But what you can do at this point, we're going to create a site, so you're going to go over and click the Create button. Okay, and you can do one of two things here. I would not recommend spending a ton of time looking through templates. If you are someone who's pretty computer savvy and wants to give this a run, you can do that. What we're going to go through today is how to set up a blank template, because it's quicker, and you don't, sometimes when you load a template, you inherit all of their pre-existing menu tabs and navigation buttons and things that you then have to go back and either delete or change. So this is the slightly simpler setup option. So you're going to select the blank template. You'll know you have it picked when the box around it is red. Okay, then you're going to go down and name your site. And what we're going to do for this, for naming your site, is it needs to be the name of your disorder. Okay, if your disorder is an acronym one, you can try just using the acronym one. Then it needs to have a number 1 for first hour, and then some combination of your initials. So if Peyton and I were partners, then we would use PBRD somehow after the 1. If that doesn't work and you need to add a little bit to it, that's fine. I'll still be able to figure out that it's your website down the road. Okay, so I'm going to set up mine sample disorder 1 RD BD. We'll say I'm doing it with my son Bryce. Okay, if it pops up and says that you can't use that domain, then you can mess with your title just slightly. As long as it still has your disorder in it, you can mess around with what it says after the number 1 here, or use a space or different things like that to make sure that you can make it happen. Then you're going to scroll down right here where this button is and select a theme. If you click on the little triangle, it will drop all of the themes into view. And there's a lot of options in here, from very simple to a little bit more elaborate. And the nice thing about setting up a theme is usually it will help you set your font colors so that you're not going to have to go back and manually change the font, so that you can see what you're doing. Once you've selected a theme, if you click on it, it'll highlight with the red box underneath it to let you know you have it. You do not need to utilize the More Options button down here. So once you've selected a theme and you have a title and identification code that will work, you're going to click Create. And it will take a few seconds to bring up your initial sample site. Okay, and then it's going to pop up just like this. Now mine, I picked a pretty light color setup, so from your end, because of the smartboard washout, it looks like it's white, but there is a little bit of color. So that is how you get to the part where you have created the website. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're following along so far. Okay, so second step that I'm going to give you in this first round of instructions is just getting stuff in. And you'll notice the default for this layout is that the navigation bar is over here to the left. I'll teach you tomorrow and Monday, or on Monday, I'm sorry, how to maneuver some stuff if you want to mess with your layout a little bit. Today's goal is to get content into the site. In order for me to edit the page that I am on, I'm going to use this icon right here where the pencil is. If I click on this, it will give me the option to change this title box. And when I change this title box, the title that shows up in the navigation menu will change with it after you save the page. Your goal on this home page is to have it set up as if it were a speech, this is your attention getter. Okay, if this was a presentation, this is a little bit maybe of your definition, but is also something else other than just your definition page. So keep in mind, if someone were to click on your website, this is the first thing that should pop up, that you want to have, whether it be info or quotes or different things like that, you want to have some stuff here that's attention getting, that makes them want to look around in the site. Okay, if I edit this, put in some text, whatever I want to say in here, I've got the page the way I want. I have the title set up, whatever I decide I want that to be, and then I'm going to click the Save button, and the page is now changed, and now the link on the menu on the side has changed to match. If I'm going to add another page that I want to put content on, I'm going to go to the next icon to the right up here where you see the little page with the plus symbol in the lower left hand corner. I'm going to click on that. It's going to ask me to title my page. When you set up your navigation, each of the items that are on your checklist for basic information must be its own page. So that list under item 4 on the assignment handout, for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all of those items are going to get their own tab, so you can create a page for each today. Okay, so the second one, after I've gotten through, let's say on my attention getter page, I'm not going to use that as my definition page. So then I'm going to make a tab for that, and instead of definition, which is a little boring and stale, I'm going to put what is it? If I can spell. There we go. This button right here gives me the option to pick different setups. Unless you talk to me about something specific you want to do that's a little abnormal, it's just going to stay a web page, and you're always going to put it at the top level. So you don't, and that's the default setting there, so you do not need to mess with this set of buttons down here. So once you have the title set, you make sure that you want a web page, you click create, and then it will bring you to that page ready to edit. So I'm already in edit mode. I know that because I see the save button up here instead of the pencil. Now you can start putting information in however you want, and the controls up here for editing text and other things like that are similar along the top of the page for formatting as if you were doing a Google Doc. And then again, same as usual, you're going to just, when you've got it as far as you're going to get it for the day, or when you have it finished, you're going to click Save. You'll notice over here in the navigation menu now, I have the Did You Know link is not on anymore because I'm not on that page, but now I have the What Is It right away on there. So as you save pages, you should see them pop up in that menu. Okay, any questions that you have at this point regarding just this basic part of the setup process? Okay.